everyone. Today I'm going to be giving my informative speech on reusing spent coffee grounds. I got interested in this project when I walked into Starbucks a few weeks ago, and right next to the door there was this bucket and it had a whole package of used coffee grounds. So I asked the barista about it, and she said that they give them away to customers for free, anyone who wants them, and that you can add the used coffee grounds to your garden, and it's really beneficial to most plants. So I did some research on it, and it turns out that 9 years ago, in 1995, a team of Starbucks partners came up with this idea to reduce the waste and the associated costs that Starbucks acquires by throwing away all these coffee grounds. And so what they came up with is that they decided that they would package all of these used coffee grounds and give them away for free to customers, to schools, and even to nurseries as a soil amendment, which is really great. So when I was researching, I found out that there are a lot of great benefits that used coffee grounds have. They are great for composting, because after the coffee is brewed, the coffee grounds contain a lot of nitrogen, and nitrogen gives a nutritional boost to almost any plant, whether it's applied directly to the garden or whether it's used in a compost. So the carbon to nitrogen ratio of coffee grounds after they are used and spent is 20:1, and the ideal carbon to nitrogen ratio for a soil should be anywhere from 25 to 30 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen. So the coffee grounds are high in nitrogen, but this is actually really beneficial to most perennial and aluminum plants. So it adds organic material to the soil, which is really important because it provides a lot of nutrients. And it has been proven that the high nitrogen in the coffee grounds can attract earthworms, which are really beneficial to any garden. And not only does it attract earthworms, it actually detracts pests like slugs and snails, which are harmful to any garden, because the caffeine actually makes them dizzy, so they don't want to go near it. So that's another great benefit. One issue with the spent coffee grounds is that they are slightly acidic. During the brewing process, most of the acidity is removed. They leave the coffee grounds with an average pH from anywhere to 6.9 to 6.2. And it's recommended that you apply the coffee grounds to acid-loving plants such as azaleas, tomatoes, and other evergreens, but you should not add the coffee grounds to non-acid-loving plants because it could be harmful for them. For many vegetable and ornamental plants, the desired pH range is 6.9 to 5.8, so there are very few situations where the slight acidic nature of the coffee grounds becomes a problem. So that's great. And although you can't put the coffee grounds on non-acid loving plants, that doesn't mean you don't have a use for the coffee grounds if you have non-acid loving plants. What you can do is you can add them to a compost. Composting is defined as organic matter that has been decomposed and recycled as a fertilizer or soil amendment. So used coffee grounds is a great way to make use of something that would have just otherwise ended up taking up space in a landfill and rotting. So they're perfect for any garden, and what you do if you have non-acid loving plants and you still want to use the used coffee grounds, all you have to do is make a compost with them. And for optimal results, what you need to do is have a 6-inch layer of greens, which is the used coffee grounds and things such as grass clippings, and then you top it with another 6-inch layer of browns, which is dried leaves, sawdust, and straw, and you repeat that until you have 4 or 6 layers, and this actually creates a well-balanced soil pH. So you are going to add water every few green and brown layer, and don't add too much water because it could make it rot quicker, which is not good. And then you add some soil to the compost mixture, but not so much that it becomes really heavy and thick. And then when all of that breaks down, you have a perfect compost mixture to add to any garden. So in conclusion, you can see that there are many great advantages to using used coffee grounds. You can keep these grounds out of landfills so they don't become wasted. It can help Starbucks reduce its environmental footprint, which is great for everyone in our nation and even the country. And it can make your own plants even happier, which is a great benefit. So I hope you guys learned something. Thank you.